Everybody, and this is Coping with Donald. I'm Phil. It is December 13th. It is a good day and a bad day. I guess it's like it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. And it just depends, I guess, on who you are as to whether you're having a good day or a bad day. Uh, of course, I'm not going to come on and say it's a bad thing that the hostages were released, the 50 hostages or so, or that they're talking about peace in the Middle East. But don't be too surprised if it doesn't work out, okay? Because I've heard about peace in the Middle East for so long, and, I'm an old man now. And it's just hard to believe that this is actually going to happen or it's going to work. Keep in mind that almost every Palestinian who goes back, most of them are going to have one or more dead family members from the last 2 years. Like the whole nation's going to have dead family members. So to think that they're going to be able to forget and believe in this, it's a pretty hard sell. Plus, you had the meeting today with Trump in the Middle East where he invited Netanyahu to go. And the Turkish president, who was on his way down, said, if you're going to have Netanyahu there, I'm not going. I'm just going to turn the plane back. So Netanyahu didn't go for that reason. They said it was, conflicting schedule or something. Come on. This is supposed to be the biggest thing ever. Okay? Religious holiday. Netanyahu's just killed like 250,000 people. What would he care about a religious holiday? But anyway, the following is going to be a parody. All right? I don't think this actually happened. But wouldn't it be great to go back in time and to go to Troy, where Troy had been fighting the Greeks for so many years, but they had such a great defense in Troy around certain geographical parameters that the Greeks just couldn't conquer them. So they did the whole Trojan horse thing, which is famous in folklore. The Greek soldiers hidden inside the horse got out in the middle of the night, opened the gates, the Greek troops poured in, all the Trojans were drunk, and Troy was destroyed. And I kind of feel this would be the same if Donald Trump showed up the next day and said, we have a wonderful peace between Troy and Greece. It is so peaceful now, and I did it. I know all the Trojans are dead. I know the city is burned. But it's peaceful. Look how peaceful it is. And that's kind of how I feel about this whole thing. So, don't blame me for not getting excited, okay? Because when you cope with Donald, you have to have realism. Now, I haven't been on in a while simply because I was waiting for something really optimistic to happen. So this has some optimism involved with it. But I have a feeling that a continuing peace is going to not look good for Gaza or Gazans. If Israel starts building Gaza up with hospitals, roads, and schools for the betterment of Gazans, gives them decent housing, etc., then I would say there's a chance. But if they're just going to say, okay, bye now, enjoy your rubble, I don't think it'll work. So we'll see what Israel wants to contribute to this. More likely it's going to be what we give Israel to contribute to this. More America first, right? Israel destroyed it. You broke it. You fix it. But I don't think that's how it would ever work out. Now, on the positive side of Donald, if you notice lately, Donald is not trying new tricks as much as he's been repeating the old tricks. For example, the things that he does to disturb people. For example, he had the indictment of James Comey, but then he had the indictment of Letitia James, and will in the next few days complete his triple crown with the indictment of Adam Schiff, because he has directed Pam Bondi to go after these people, and Pam Bondi, being a total sycophant, will do whatever he wants. But at least it's the same trick. It's just with a different name. Okay? It's the same trick, just with a different name. And that's kind of how things are going. It's almost like he's running out of evil things that he can do, or shocking things that he can do. I mean, the guy was in office for 4 years before. He's been in office for almost a year now. So it's not too surprising that he's running out of... I mean, these ideas just can't go on forever. Even great comedy series on TV run at most 7 or 8 years. Except for South Park, which Trump hates. And that's good. It might mean that we'll be ready for anything that he does from now on. Of course, now we have ICE gassing people and slamming people to the ground, including journalists, including people trying to defend their family members. They don't care. So while Donald Trump is going to start his new Nobel Peace Prize campaign, assuming he's going to be alive a year from now, try to remember that he is destroying democracy and peace within his own country. People are fearful for their existence and their lives, and of the ones they love. He has bombed now the 4th boat off of Venezuela, which turns out, I think it was reported it was full of people from Colombia, not Venezuela. And I know a lot of MAGAs would say, oh, that's the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. The man, watching his sycophants like Marco Rubio, oh my God. If you ever saw a Faustian deal, look at Marco Rubio. His soul is gone from his body, and he is an empty shell of what he was. He must be wanting to be president. Otherwise, he could have just been awful from the safety of his Senate seat. It's pretty high up. But I'm sure that he will run in 2028. I'm sure of it. If J.D. Vance runs, he'll run anyway. Because what other goal could he want other than the top job? He had a pretty good job as it was. And he's run before. Well, all I can say, and at least Donald had to cope with something. He didn't win the Nobel Prize. I said Nobel Prize. Don't look at what's happening behind the curtain in the United States. Don't look at that. Give me the Nobel Prize. My best friend is Jewish. And she doesn't like Donald Trump. But he thinks maybe he should get the Nobel Prize. We're going to hear a lot of, they said it couldn't be done. And yeah, I said it couldn't be done. We'll see what happens. Everybody, my fear is that because of the peace that he negotiated and got those hostages back, everybody's willing to say, hey, let bygones be bygones, gone bys, as we say. Trump's great. He should. My friend said he should win the Nobel Prize. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mr. Department of War. Mr. Greenland should be ours. Panama Canal should be ours. You know. God help us, okay? If we just. Oh, man. Anyway, this has been Coping with Donald. Good luck with your coping. I'll see you soon.